Well, hello, everybody. This is Byron Belka, and I'm excited because we're going to take the next couple of minutes and talk about a program and a system that we've been putting together for some time. And I really want to break this thing down because I know that when people understand and can utilize the power of the sample program that we have at Rain, it's going to impact your business in an amazing way. And as we go through this today, really what I want you to understand is I want you to think of your new person coming into the business, not just you, but your new person, and what this can mean for them, and how this can really affect them, not only just in a positive way, but their mindset of going out there and really having things happen in their business. Because one of the things that you'll hear me say time and time again is that if people believe they can do it, they do it. And you've heard the saying so many times, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. So the power of this sample program really is multiple fold. One fold, the first fold is just that we're going to be able to take this kit. Think about somebody coming into the business. And I'm going to show you an example of these kits as we go into this, and be able to break down the product that they got in their kits and really go out there and sample it and get their money back. Now, here's one of the things that I want to stress right from the get-go, and that is at Rain International, we have something that's really powerful as well as far as our charity is concerned with our Seeds for Change Foundation. That is our foundation. And as you go out there and you build your business, donations happen because of your hard work, and lives are blessed and changed. That's how you can benefit. I don't want people giving away their product for free. Okay, I don't want that happening. Don't be the charity. You need to make sure that you're treating this like a business, especially when you're getting started. In the future, when you have tons of resources and you can just give product away for free, go ahead and do that. But when you're just trying to get your business started, when you're trying to get things off the ground, don't give away your inventory, guys. You want to make sure that you're either turning it into samples or that you're charging people for a full box, because you need to get your business off the ground and get things going. So as we get into this sample program and the power of the sample program, one of the first things is why are we doing this? Well, if we look at the market and how it's changing, there's a lot of changes that are taking place. E-commerce is one of the most effective ways, and it's continuing to be that way. It's only going to get stronger. More and more people probably this year, as we're looking at the holiday season or birthdays or different things like that, you're probably buying more things online than you ever have before. And the statistics are showing that in the next 10 to 20 years, guys, in the next 2 decades, they're saying that there's going to be an additional 2 billion people connected to the internet that aren't connected right now. 2 billion people. And so this sample program and being able to do it online and through the app that we're going to be launching is critical. And because what it's going to do is it's going to expand your business across borders. In this space, a lot of times people say that, this is an international business, but the companies really don't make it very simple for people to do international business. It's hard to do it because, do you really know how it works in another market? Do you really understand, everything in that market? Now, hopefully you understand the comp plan and those types of things, but how easy is it for people to really tap into? In the past, as I've gone and built internationally all over the world, I basically had to move to places to be able to fully capitalize on those markets. I've had to pick up my family and move to foreign countries to be able to expand my business. Now, you're always going to have that element of relationship, of support, but to be able to expand your business, it needs to be as simple as technology is today. To be able to send emails and to be able to have people respond to social media, which is happening instantly. We want your business to be able to do that as well. And our new sample program gives that opportunity to reach the masses. And that's what we want to do. If we can reach more people, if we can impact more people, with our business. And what do we have in our business that's the strongest? Guys, it's our products. That's why the sample program is so key, is because we know our products work. I want you to think about this, and I say this all the time. The only reason rain isn't bigger than it is today is because more people don't know we exist. And what is going to happen if we can get more seed-based nutrition into people's bodies? What's going to happen when what has already happened when we've sampled our products to people? When people have tried Soul and Core and, Reverie and all of our different line, our Fuse, what's happened when people have tried these things? Guys, we get customers. People get results. And so when you're as confident in your products like we are, then you really can build a sample program like this and have a huge impact. If your product wasn't that powerful, your sample program wouldn't be very powerful. But the fact that, I believe we have one of the best sampleable products on the marketplace because it works. This sample program not only makes sense just because of the way that e-commerce is going, but it makes sense because we just need to get this product into more people's hands. We need to get these products into more people's bodies. And if they're in the body, then the body does the work, as you hear me say all the time. There's no such thing as a miracle product. The miracle is the body. But if you give the body what it needs, then it can do what it needs to do. And so as we sample this and get this into more people's hands, I want you to think of the impact. Think of the impact. Think of your business right now. What would happen if you got 30 samples into people's hands? Would you get customers? Now, I want you to think that. What if you had 10 people in your organization? What if you had 100 people in your organization? What would happen if, we do an opportunity presentation where we got 50 people or 100 people in the room, and by the time we're done, people are all sending out 10 samples. Guys, think of the impact that can have. Now, it might sound like it's simple. It might sound like a little thing, but it's a big thing, because do you know how we've gotten to where we've gotten today? We've gotten to where we've gotten after 5 years, growing every single year, because our customer base continues to grow. Because our preferred customers grow, our recurring orders grow, our volume grows because of the results that people are getting on these products. So if you want to speed that up in your organization, if you want to speed that up in your business, how do we put that, the fuel behind that? How do we speed that up? If we've gotten this far based on not hype, and it's not based on the rah-rah, but it's based on changing people's lives for real, then all we got to do is change more people's lives for real, faster, and this thing is going to grow faster, right? So these are some of the reasons why we're doing this program. And how have we created this? Well, we didn't want this to just be a sample program that's going to work in one market. For those people that are in North America, we've kind of had a sample program. But this has been totally overhauled on how we've done it. But we didn't really have this program in any of the other markets because the way we were doing it, it was kind of difficult to do. But what we've done now is we've changed things to make it work on an international scale. And so what I want people to know is, one, this is live and it is working right now in North America. And we've been working really, really hard to put things together on a global scale. So January 9th, guys, this launches globally. On the 9th, in the markets around the globe, we're going to have not only sample credits that you can purchase, but we're going to have everything set up in the warehouses. We have the sample envelopes, the things that I'm going to show you. But this is going to be an international sample program so that you can send product across borders without ever sending product across borders. We already have product across borders. We already have multiple warehouses. Guys, we have a lot of warehouses and distribution points all across the globe because of the infrastructure that Rain has been continuing to build the last 5 years. Now, the thing is, if you look at our infrastructure, we do look like a company that would manage $1 billion worth of sales. The infrastructure that we have at Rain is up there with companies that are doing billions a year in sales. And why are we doing that? Well, we're doing that for a couple reasons. One, we want to do it right. 2, our goal is to be around long term. And 3, I honestly believe we're going to do billions. So we've got to set things up right. And because we've set things up right, we're allowing our RAIN partners, you, to be able to team up with us and participate in all that we've done. So if we spent the time to do it, then why don't we allow people to capitalize on it better? That's what we're striving to do. And I want to reiterate the fact that, guys, this has never been done before. So what we're trying to do and what we're doing, it might sound like, oh, yeah, that's simple. You know, that's great idea. I'm glad we did it. But when you really kind of break down what we've had to do to make this work on a global scale, whether it's looking at all the different, you know, tax variations in the countries, or you're looking at the different customs, taxes, and duties, or you're looking at all of these things that are happening behind the scenes that we have to make work and streamline so that this can do what we're doing. It's not a small task. But just like anything else we do in RAIN, if we're not satisfied with the things the way they are and the way that they're being done, we change things. You know, that's one of our mantras. We change things. And so we want to be able to extend your reach to increase your revenue. Think about the fact that, you know, one of the beauties of diversification in RAIN is that we're in almost 30 different countries. So if one country goes up or down, if something in the economy happens here or there, if a currency changes here or there, it's not our whole success as a company is not based on one country. And you can diversify yourself too as we continue to grow and expand across the globe, because we're not just going to stop at 30 countries, guys. Think of how many countries we're going to be in the next couple of decades. And so the fact that we're setting this up now in the markets that we're in and can expand this so that we open up a new market, and we've opened up some new markets this last year. How many of you have really been able to capitalize on that like you'd like to? Well, that's all going to change with this sample program, right? So if you look at the sample program, it's going to do a couple of things. Not only is it going to help you build your business and help validate our products by being able to get products into people's hands if they want to try them, but we're going to be able to also be able to make it so that you're not just giving away products, so it's not an additional cost for you. And when I show you some of the things and how we've set this up, if you tried to do this yourself, you couldn't do it for what we're able to do it for, because we're working obviously with bigger numbers. And so we're allowing and we're wanting you to be able to benefit from that. So we want people to be able to get their initial investment into their business, buying the product and the inventory. We want them to get that back quicker. And at the same time, you know, get those wins that we always talk about. So if you can get somebody in the business and you can get them a win, and it's not just based on the product that they have, you know, at their house, or it's not just based on, you know, inventory that they have personally that then they got to deal with, we're putting it in a way where it can be shared a little bit easier. So you know, kind of how this works is you can purchase these sample credits, and I'm going to show you here in a minute how you can do that in your back office. And with these credits, okay, once you've purchased the credits, they work anywhere in the world. It's anywhere in the world. So if you want to send it somewhere in your market, great. But if you want to send, if you're in the U.S. and you want to send something to Mexico City, great. If you want to send something to Malaysia, or you want to send something to, you know, Hungary or Germany, great. Because the credits are the same. They work all across the globe. And that's the power of this. They work everywhere. Another thing is guys, we put CV on it. I mean, once again, this is the beauty of what we're doing. I never liked it. I've never liked it when you know, there's not commissions on things if there could be. Now, the reason that we put CV on this is we want this to be commissionable, because I believe this is going to be a big part of the business moving forward. So if we have something that's a major part of the business moving forward, we need to make sure that you as RAIN partners can capitalize on this as well. And it's not just you know, kind of a one-off thing that doesn't have commissionable volume, but that you can get paid on these sample credits. So each sample credit is worth ACV. So one credit is equal to one commissionable volume. So for example, 10 sample credits is 10 CV. So I know someone's going to ask me, well, I got to have 50 points of qualification, every single month to be qualified. Could I just do it with sample credits? The answer is yes. But, you should probably be on the product yourself anyway because you want to practice what you preach. But no, you could have 50 CV points from samples, maybe because you're getting a RAIN partner team, maybe your product is free that way, and you can make sure that that you're qualified. So there's so many different ways for people to stay qualified as they build their businesses and focus on different things here at RAIN, and sample credits is one of them. So let's kind of look at what it costs for a sample credit. Now, obviously, this is going to be a little bit different based on currency conversion and those types of things, but it's basically $2 for one sample credit. So for $2, you get one sample credit, and one sample credit is equal one CV. So you might think to yourself, okay, well, that's only 50% CV, Byron. We get a higher percentage of CV to dollar ratio. If I'm buying Sol or some of these other products, I'm going to get more CV for my dollars. But here's what you guys got to understand. In these sample credits, not only is there product, but there's a cut sheet, there's the sample envelope itself, and there's the shipping. As the shipping is included. So when you send a sample, you're not going to be asked for an additional amount of money to cover the shipping. The shipping is included when you purchase the sample credit. So it's all included. And you can get these in your back office to kind of give you an example of what a credit represents. So one Sol sample to be sent is 8 credits. So 8 times 2 is what? It's $16. What do you get? What do you get for that? You get the envelope, you get 6 packets of the product, you get the cut sheet, so the informational sheet, and you get the shipping. Now, this is whether you're shipping it to somewhere in the U.S. or you're in the U.S. and it's shipping to somebody in Europe or Asia. It's all included, guys. The core sample is the same thing. It's 8 credits. You get the envelope, 6 packets, the cut sheet, so the informational sheet on the product, and the shipping is covered. The fused sample isn't as many credits because it's cheaper. So you get the envelope, you get 4 black, 2 latte, the cut sheets on both, guys. The cut sheets on both, and the shipping. So you can see that the samples, and we're going to continue to expand this as we have all of our products in the future will be sampleable. Everything, Reverie, you name it. And that's going to be put right into the sample program. So you're going to be able to sample this. Now, as you can see at the bottom, this is based on products that are available in your market. So if somebody doesn't have fused available in their market, then yeah, we're not able to send a fused sample to that market because I don't have any product approval and I don't have any product in that in inventory in that country. But if you are in a country that doesn't have a product, you can still send and sample, for example, fused to a market that does. So if you've got a contact or you got somebody that wants to try a product that you might not have in your market, you can still use your credits and send them a sample of the different products they have in their market. So this is going to continually grow and expand as well as we get more products across the globe. And then every once in a while, you're going to see that certain markets might cost a little bit different. And I'm just putting in that in there as a disclaimer because I can't always see the future. There's certain markets that the customs and duties are just crazy, or the ability to send one, the tax code's kind of high, or whatever. So there may be a chance that, for example, in a certain market, a Sol sample is 9 credits instead of 8. So that'll all be explained and written out if that is the case. But our goal is to keep it as streamlined as we possibly can across the globe, okay? That is the goal. And as I mentioned before, we're taking care of everything in the background. The shipping, the customs, the duties, the VAT, taxes, everything. All you do is turn your credits into samples and turn your samples into customers that build your business. Guys, I hope you understand what this really means. I hope you understand that if we're building a business based on results, and based on products. And we're putting a system together that allows you to get products throughout the globe with the snap of your hand, snap of your fingers, guys, the clap of your hand. Guys, this is something that I've always dreamed of, and that's the beauty of being in charge now, is I've got a team that thinks the way I do, and that is we want to change things. What are the things that I've always wished that we could do? What are the things that we can do to continually expand? And we're going to have people continually try to copy us with this and copy us and follow us with that. But you know what? We're always going to innovate, and we're going to go out there and do things that have never been done. This is one of those things that have never been done. And so these are kind of an idea. You can see right here a sample envelope. The sample envelope is going to look the same. It's just going to say Rains, and it's going to say sample pack on it. And then depending on what sample you send, whether it's the core or the soul or the fused, you're going to get that insert and that product put in there. So it's a lot more universal. We're putting the information inside rather than, I mean, we did have some nice sample boxes, but it was hard to do as we continue to expand the line. If people want to sample this or sample that, it's easy to be able to insert the information. So this is kind of what you're going to have with the sample, and obviously the product will be in there for them to sample. So we're going to be able to do this. You can do this right now in your back office, but you're going to be able to do this from pushing a couple of buttons on your phone, from sending a text, and from somebody be able to click on that text, put their information in right there. We collect the money from them right there, and the sample credits are going to get deducted from your back office. So if you have sample credits, you send somebody a text, you'll just get a notification if a sample went out. So as we start to put these systems together, guys, this is going to be so streamlined that simply by following a couple of steps, especially when somebody's getting started, we're going to give them wins. We're going to get samples in people's hands. And what else are we going to do? We're going to get money in their pockets. So what happens if a sample gets placed through the app in the future is you're going to see that the credits get deducted, the sample goes out, and the money that was charged for that sample, you're going to get paid on your next commission. So we're kind of being your merchant service provider for you too. We're just basically collecting the money for you and giving it to you based on the kit that you have or the credits that you have. So we really are streamlining this for everybody to go out there and take advantage. So let's take a look at this. This is kind of how you go when you place credits. Now, you can buy them one at a time, but you don't want to just buy one sample credit, because you can see that how many sample credits do you need to send out just a soul sample? You need 8. So if someone goes and buys one credit for $2, it's really not going to do you much good. So, but you can buy as many credits as you want. So you go on your dashboard where you can say place an order, and then under that you're going to see credits. Now you're going to see that there's 50 credits. 50 credits would give you, or in the quantity would give you 50 CD, but you can change that amount to whatever you want. Do you want 100? Do you want 20? Do you want whatever you want? You put that in there, and then you purchase those sample credits, and then they're stored in your back office to be able to use and turn around. So I'm confident that, you know, if you're doing what we're teaching, the goal isn't to lose money. These aren't things that you're just giving away for free. Once again, we're collecting. So, for example, for a soul sample, we charge $20. For a core sample, we charge $20. Well, what did it cost you? It cost you $16. So you're at least a net profit. I mean, you got a profit of a couple dollars there. On the fused sample, what does it cost you? It costs you 5 credits. So that's $10. So, but we charge 15. So you got a couple of dollars there that you can put back in your pocket, and you can buy more credits, and you can treat this like a business, guys. That's the business is moving forward. So you can place the credits there, but here's another key thing that we're doing. And some of this is live now if you're in the U.S., and it's going to be live as we launch this around the globe. And that is we're changing the kits, and we're putting sample credits in the kits. And we're also putting not just sample credits, but we're putting envelopes in the kits for the product that you get personally so that you can hand that to somebody, because it doesn't make sense to send somebody a sample when they're just across the street. If it's just your friend or your buddy, you don't want to use your sample credits for that. You want to use your sample credits for people that aren't local, the people that aren't really there, maybe even in another city or a state or country. That's what you want to use your sample credits for. So for example, if you look at the Gold Fast Track Pack, what you're going to do is you're going to get some product. Now, you have the option to do the old ones where you get all the product that's sent to your house like normal, like everybody does in the entire industry, right? You can have that option still. We're not forcing people to do this. But once you understand how this is going to work, I'm confident that people are going to start doing these and making sure that they get credits as well. Now, the other option is you don't get as much product sent to your house. You still have product sent for you to sample, for you to be able to have some inventory if you want to retail it, and for you to have some product to break down into samples. Okay, you're going to want to have that. But then you don't get all your product. You get credits as well. So in this scenario where you get 100 sample credits, now what you can do, these are for the people that maybe got on a webinar. Maybe they got on a live call. Maybe they got on a conference call and they're interested and they want to try the product. When you can send them a sample. Or you're going to see through the app, you can send people a sample. And the beautiful thing is it's global. Once again, it is global. After January 9th, we're talking global. Right now, it's working in North America, but it's going to be a global thing. So you can see that the sample credits people can get on the Fast Track packs. Okay, you're going to get them in the gold, you're going to get them in the elite, you're going to get them in the bronze. The other, like the basic kit or the builder's kit, they don't have the credits in them. If people want them, they can go in, and I showed you how to buy additional credits. You can go in and buy additional credits as you see fit, as you want. But we're trying to put this in people's packs for a reason. So I want you to think about this. If you got somebody and you're going to see that people are getting about 15 of these envelopes that they're getting in the pack that they can break down. And, based on what kind of samples, whether they're doing some soul, core, and some latte, obviously the credits are different. But let's say you got a mix of things going out there, mainly soul, but you got 15 different samples that you've sent. You got 15 samples that you have in hand you can get to the people that are local, and you're on average getting $20 a pop. Well, if you got 30 samples that you're placing, guys, that's $600. Okay, that's $600 of your inventory back, just like that. Okay, because we've handed out 30 samples at an average of $20. That's $600, where a lot of times people are either giving their product away for free, or they're not turning and selling and retailing that product like they should. But now we have an easy way for people to do that, because we've broken it up into samples for people to go out there and start to build their business. So the impact is going to be huge, and I know it's going to make a big difference in people's lives. And what's going to happen next after you get the samples? Not only are you going to get the $600 because if you send out 30 samples per se at $20 a piece, but what's going to happen with some of those people that get on the samples? They're going to become customers, and what's going to happen if they're a preferred customer? Well, you're going to get another $20 every time they buy. So let's say you get 10 preferred customers. Well, you already made $600 off the samples. Now you get 10 preferred customers off that, and now you're going to get another $200 every single month. Guys, we are going to give more people wins. We are going to get more people to go out there and see that it can be done, because we have the tools in place to do it. And it's not just the tools, but it's the infrastructure to back it up. It's the sample program and the distribution points that we have around the globe already that you can now tap into. So I want to make sure that everybody really understands what this sample program is and how it works and how it can impact, because it's going to make sense as we launch everything else and as we make some of these changes to the packs. I know that, good or bad, change is never good. So, people don't like change, but we're changing in a good direction. And we're changing to change things to make things better for people. So, make sure that you understand this and the power of the rain sample program, because I know that it is going to impact people's business in a positive way. Hopefully you've been able to see just from a few things that I've explained today how this can change things and how powerful this is going to be. And we add on top of it all the other systems and trainings and duplication that we're going to be coming out with. Guys, I'm so excited for what's about to happen at Rain International as we take this to the next phase and go out there and continue to expand. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate you taking the time. We're going to, I'm sure, post this so people that weren't able to get on, because we're doing this during the middle of the day, can listen to this and understand it. We want our people to understand it, because if they understand it, they're gonna do it. And if they do it, their businesses are going to grow as they get more product into people's hands. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I wish you a fabulous rest of your day, and let's go out and make it rain, everyone. Take care.